Day 6 of learning C in 14 days, and today I learned about preprocessor, which showcased me just how different C actually is. So in C, anything that starts with a hash symbol is called a preprocessor directive, which basically means even before the compiler goes through your code and turns it into machine codes, the preprocessor actually handles these commands. One of the most common use cases you would see is include standard IO library, which gives you access to functions like printf. But because C has been around for so long, you have other people building many different libraries that you can get access to, such as math.h, from which you can use functions like square root and cube root without needing to write them from scratch. These files that ends with .h are called header files, and you can actually make your own. For example, if you have a function that you are using again and again across multiple different files, instead of writing it again and again, you can just have it in your header file and just call it. The other thing that I learned is called macros, which look like functions, but they are actually text substitution. So what basically means is that before the compiler actually goes through your code, the preprocessor goes through these macros and turns them into code. And because they are just text substitutions, they can work with multiple different types at once. So unlike a function where you need to declare your return type and type for your arguments and you can't change it while you're calling the function, you can do that with macros, which gives you a little bit more power but also makes it a little bit more risky. The last main topic that I learned is called conditional completion, which lets you decide based on certain condition if you want to include or exclude certain part of code into the program itself, making it more efficient. The use case that I could think of was maybe just debugging, but then I realized how important it is for cross-platform programming. For example, if you have your program running on Windows, but if you want to run it on Mac, instead of writing the whole thing from scratch, you can use the same program, but just exclude the sections of code that are not needed, making it more efficient. So day 6 was basically me learning that C does not just give you more control over the code while your program is actually learning, but it also gives you more control on what code actually makes it into your program.